Okay. So the first question was create a sales list. Okay. And then give me the output of total sales if sales is less than 500. Okay. Give me the total sales if the sales is between 500 to 1000, and give me the sales if it is greater than 1000, right? That was my question. So first task that we have to do it here is to define the sales list, right? So I can take any number here, like for example 100 comma 200 comma 250 comma 500 comma 650 comma 850 comma 1200, right? Comma 1250, suppose. Okay, so I'm defining my sales list as this. Okay, after that I had told go and check for sales less than 500, right? So for example, I write, let me run this first so that I have, suppose I take in sales, right? The first statement will be this. At least tell yes, no, doubtful.
Yes, yes, yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then I told we have to take sales that are less than 500, right? So my if condition will come here if val is less than 500, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then what you do, you give me the total sales, right? So total sales less than 500 equal to what it would be. Total sales less than 500, what it will be? This total sales plus the value what I am getting it, right?
What is total sales less than 500?
Yes. So basically, this total sales would be a new variable
Yeah.
where it will tell me any number or any sales amount that are less than 500. It should go and put it in this variable. So we have to define first these variable.
Zero.
Greater than, second, give me somebody's payment. Okay. So all the three variables I will first initialize to 0. Okay, so this will be my 0. So 0 plus the value. Okay. Now I have to go to the second condition. My second condition is between 500 to 1000, right?
Yeah.
So I have to use elif. Elif if my variable, that is VAL, right? VAL is greater than 500. Okay, and VAL is less than 1000, right? Correct. Then what it will go do? it will take this one equal to this plus val. Let me put it in this bracket. Fix it. Okay, so this was my second condition, right? And what was my third condition? If it is greater than 1000, right? So go to else part, okay, and then give me this. That's val, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and then at the end, what you do? If you can write it the next line also if you want. Let me run this, got this, and then let me run this. Okay, so now see the output. If my sales are less than this, right, 500, so how many number I have less than 500? I have this number less than 500, I have this number less than 500, and I have this number as less than 500, right? So it will add all these three, right, and it will have a total sales which is less than 500. So this will be my output, 550, right? Similarly, the sales that is between 500 to 1000, right? So it will start from this and this, right? Greater than 500, it will not be included in 500. 501 it will consider. So 1500, correct? And greater than, the third condition would be greater than 1000 condition, right? So it will go and take this and this.
Formula we are using to
Why?
add.
So why the third condition is coming incorrect?
Third condition is coming incorrect. Okay, total sales, it
Value
will
should
be
be
0.
450, right?
It should be 0. Once again, 1000, greater than 1000, right? So, okay, it keeps on adding or what? Okay, 1 second, give me a second. $29.50. So it got added to this 500. I think it got added here, I guess, right?
Yeah. Second also incorrect, right? It should
Second
come.
one,
It should
the
come.
second one is correct. Second one is correct, right? So
Okay.
this is 850 and 614 and 1500, right?
Yeah.
1500 got, that was correct. And
But whatever this 500, it is not considering.
500, no, 500 will not be considered in the middle case. That's what 500 it did not got considered in middle case. Okay.
Because it is equal to, we have not defined.
It should give
Okay. Yeah.
greater than
So
equal.
this would be equal to, and this also will be equal to. Okay, so let me run this again. Yes.
Yeah.
So now it is considering it. So in the middle condition, we had to give the equal to, else what is happening? It is going in the else part, right? Whatever is left out number, okay. Basically, this 500 was a left out number. It has not came in these two conditions, right? So it has gone to the else part and it has added within these two. Okay. So that is the reason. Now,
Yeah.
coming to the second question, which was related to the total sales, right? So in total sales, it is something like add all the sales that I have, right? So that is
Yeah.
pretty simple. So basically, I have to define a variable as the Keswar told me. So define it as 0, then for val in sales, right? What
Yeah.
you do? Total sales equal to total sales plus val, right?
Yeah.
And then print this total sales. So let's run this and then run this. So I have 5,000 as a total sales. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So try to practice few more problem by your own. Go to any website like Tutorial Point or any other website. There you will get lot of this kind of problem statement. Okay, and from there you can take this. Okay, so we will start with function today. Function. Okay, so the syntax of function is like this. Okay. Syntax, something like. So basically, for Python, we have to write def. Okay, def, and then we have to define the parameter def, and then parameter 1, parameter 2. Okay, and then inside this, we have to write the def, then function name we have to write. Okay, and then we have to define the colon, and then colon is not working in comment. Okay, then the function name body. Okay, all the calculation that we want to do it inside the function body. So basically, like any kind of iterative process, right, which we want to reduce it, right? So we will put it in inside a function. Okay, like how we do it in SQL, right, where we write the store procedure, all the stuff, all the calculation we will be putting it in SP, and then that we can call directly, and all the calculation will be done, right? Similarly, in Python, we write a function, all the tasks that we want to perform, and we can directly call that function, like how we call it in packages, right? For example, import numpy as np, right? So numpy is nothing. The creator has written all the function, all the calculation is in that function and has put it in the package. Okay, we have to just simply call that package and all the calculation will be done, right? So basically, this is the syntax. This is the syntax how we define the function. So for example, let me write one function as like, for example, something like to print. Okay, so first we have to write def, then we will define the function name. Okay, and then colon, and then the function body. So this function is something like print data science. Okay, so this is one function. Okay, if I go and call this function, what it will give me? It will print me data science. Okay. So this is something like that. For example, if we want to pass some kind of parameter, okay, so we need to pass some kind of parameter. Okay, so for example, def, okay, give the function name with the colon, and I want to define where the data science classes are going on. Okay, where the data science classes are going on. So print me something. Okay. Data science and at the rate, okay, comma place. So if we are writing something like this, so we have to pass a parameter. Okay, we have to pass a parameter so that the user can pass an input and we can get the output as data science at the rate that place location. Okay, so what you have to do, we have to give a parameter here as a place. Okay, so for example, if now I call this function, okay, so it has taken one parameter here. Okay, so if I give here as white field, okay, that error has came, white field is not defined. Okay, data science and the place. Okay, DAPNT PLAC, both are same only, right? PNT only I'm taking. PNT. Okay. So basically this place is something as a string. Okay, so we have to pass it in a string format. It's not an integer, right? So data science at the rate white field. Okay, at the rate white field. So if we want to do some kind of addition, some kind of subtraction, right? So we can do those things also. For example, if we want to add numbers, right? So there is something as return. Okay, return in Python function. Okay, so we have to give that parameter and just do and return to call that functions. For example, if I am giving a function of add, okay, add, what you add me two number 1 plus number 2. Okay, so and then you return me return me number 1 and number 2 as an addition. Okay, so number 1 plus number 2. Okay, so what it will do, this will also, sorry, this is something like this. Okay, so what this function will now do, it will add me two numbers. So whenever I call add function, for example like this, and I give them like 2 comma 5. Okay, so what it will return me, the addition, the sum function. So it will act it as a sum function for me in Python. Okay, we can also do some kind of list manipulation or some kind of tuple manipulation. Okay, for example, I want to add all the observation that are present in my list. Okay, so we can define a function and we can iterate through a for loop, and then we can get the total summation of those observation present in my list. So how we can define that? I want to add all the observation that is present in my list. Okay, and I have to define a function for that. How I can define that? Tell me how I can define that. So first what I will do, def I will write.
Yeah, def, then
And then I have to write function name, right?
yeah.
Right. Now I want to add all the observation in my list. Right. We have seen right now only at the top. How I can do that? We have seen it here, right?
Okay.
So we have to pass the list names. Okay. And then we have to take a new variable, right?
Yeah.
And we have to define it as 0. Right. And then we have to iterate it through the loop.
Okay.
Correct.
List.
And then what I have to do to get the sum?
List filter. Some.
So I'm converting it into integer because sometime it will change it. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
And then return me someone. Okay. So this is now my function is defined, right? Now if I want to add all the observation that are present in my list. Okay, so simply what I have to do, I have to call this function. Okay, and I have to just define my list. So what it will do, it will give me the output as the total of this list. Okay, understood? The same thing what we have done at the top for sales data, right? This is the similar. Okay,
Yeah.
same thing what we have done here. Okay, only thing is I am just putting it into a function. So again, so there if there are repetitive tasks, the owner need to know what is the daily sales
Okay.
for his shop, right? So he can just define this for loop inside this function, and he can directly keep calling this function, right? Add list, and it will
Yeah.
keep on adding for him, giving him the total. He don't have to go and run this loop again and again, right? So this iterative process have been automated with the help of this add list function. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you
So
explain one more time that before this one white field is?
okay. So basically what it was, first time we have not passed any parameter. Okay. So we have just defined the function. Okay. So whatever we have defined in this function is in a print statement, right? So
Yeah.
if we call this function, it will always go and print me data science.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now what I am doing, I am passing a parameter to this function. Okay. What is that parameter? That is a place. It can be anything. Okay. So what now I'm seeing, now if a person is going and putting it like, okay, so he want to see data science at which location, okay, for example, okay, and he
Okay.
just have to call this function and pass one parameter. So if I say pnt as Marathali, for example,
Okay.
okay, So it will print me datascience@marathalli.
Okay.
Okay. So this was an string operation. So how we can use, like how we can leverage this parameter is something you can see it here. Now you have to add n number of observation, right? Or add only 2 number, right? So
Yeah.
I am creating a function add here, okay, where I'm adding 2 number. So there are 2 parameter, okay,
Yeah.
and I am giving the body as num1 plus num2. So give me the addition, return me the addition of these 2 parameter, whatever it is passed. Okay. So I
Okay.
am calling this function add and I'm passing 2 number here, 2 and 5. Okay. So what this function will do? This will add these 2 number, right? And it
Yeah.
will return me the total, right? So for example, if I run this function again and I'm doing add, okay, so tell me what would be the output. It would be very difficult to add for these 2 number, right? So with the
Yeah.
help of this, we can run this, right? This became too huge, I think. For example, let us create something like this. Okay, fine. These 2 number, I am creating it. Sorry, this will not be. It will be comma, right? Because my parameter is at comma, right?
Yeah.
So it would take some time for you to add these 2 number, right? But if I do this, it will return me immediately. This add function will return me 1022, right? Those sort of automation, if we want to do, we can easily do with the help of function. Just define all your tasks inside the function body and we can get the output. So similarly, what we were seeing, the total sales of a store, right? You just have to pass your data set here in this function, that is the list, and you will easily get that addition of all the number from that list, right? So if the addition of these all number is 21. Okay.
Yeah.
We can do addition, we can do multiplication, right? All sorts of things we can do with the help of function. Okay.
Yeah.
So write down one question. Okay. You try it at home. Okay. And then we will discuss that in tomorrow's class.
Okay.
Okay. So the problem statement is you have to pass 2 argument or parameter. Okay. You have to pass 2 argument.
Yeah.
Okay. And return the greater number if both are even. First condition. Return the greater number if both are even. Second condition, return a smaller number if both are odd. Okay, and third condition is print mismatch if one is odd and other is even. Got the question, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to write a function where you have to pass 2 argument. Okay. So the first condition would be